Okay, welcome back. We're going to look at the last example here, which is going to be subtraction of mixed numerals. This one's a little bit similar to the last one. You can group everything up, or you can convert to an improper fraction. Those are the two ways. So whenever you're dealing with addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, converting them straight to an improper fraction whenever you have a mixed number and solving from there will do the trick. Sometimes it makes life easier, sometimes makes it harder. Okay, let's look at our first one. We'll call that A. We've got 5 and 2/3 minus 3 and 1/4. Immediately we've noticed that these aren't like fractions. These are not the same thing. But we're going to do this our first way, which is to be grouping everything up with our first method. So we just have to remember this negative sign is attached both to the 3 at the front and the 1/4, right? So we can rewrite this as 5 minus 3, yeah? And then we have plus 2/3 minus 1/4. So kind of group them together. Obviously this side here is pretty easy to solve. It's just 2. We're only worried about this group here. And when we're doing that, we're going to be thinking, oh, I need to convert them over to a common denominator. So this is going to be equal to 2 plus, what's the lowest common denominator between these two? 12. So in order to get to 12, we have to multiply by 4. So we do 8/12 minus, multiply this by 3/12. Alright, and then we just solve it. 2 and 5/12. And we're done. This way can be quite straightforward. All it relies you being able to do is figure out what the lowest common denominator is and convert both fractions over to equivalent fractions using that lowest common denominator. B, we'll look at a different approach, I suppose. We can do B. In this one, we're going to look at how we would convert them both over to improper fractions before we begin. So, we have 8 and 1/5 minus 4 3/4. So let's figure out what the improper fraction is going to be before we convert them to equivalent fractions. So it's something over 5, 8 times 5 is 40, plus 1 is 41, minus, this is over 4, 4 times 4 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19. Right, so we have our improper fractions. It won't work because ultimately they're not the same denominator, so we've got to figure out if we can do anything about this to make our lives a little bit easier. So what is the lowest common denominator between these? 20, I think. So we're going to change this to be equal to 4 times this number. It's over 20. And that's going to be 164. And we're going to be taking away this times 5. Yeah. So 19 times 5 is going to be 95. And then we are just going to do that calculation. And that's going to be equal to 69 over 20. Right? And we can make that further. We can do 3 and 9/20. And we're done. You can see how this improper fraction method can lead to things becoming a little bit cumbersome. Alright, that's everything. So please complete the exercises and I will see you in the next video.